I've been having some trouble developing my pressure game, so I asked my friend Juices for some help, and he gave me some Kami specific information as well as some general information on pressuring your opponent. And I want to take a look at how we can translate that to other games that I play. So we're going to look at Street Fighter V, Dragon Ball Fighters, and finish off with a special case I want to cover in Guilty Gear. So first and foremost, the thing that I want to talk about before we get into any of the other games is pushback and how important it is when trying to keep your opponent in the corner or keep pressure on them. The reason why I think Juices put a very heavy emphasis on this button, stand light kick, and then stand light punch and crouch light punch, basically Kami's light buttons, because look how little pushback they have. They don't really do much. You can get a lot of mileage out of this, and you can stagger them and catch somebody. And you can convert off of this too. You can convert off a crouch jab, and stand light kick. Now of course I have the option to swing bigger, right? I can swing with medium, but look how far back it's pushing me. I get two of them and I'm pretty much done. My pressure has been alleviated. I can even swing big, right? I'm swinging fierce here, and I'm -3, so I can be punished if they're a very perceptive opponent. But the big thing is that my pressure is pretty much over. I have to take a risk to get back in, to get close enough to really do anything. A prevailing theme you're going to see throughout this video, throughout the 3 games we're going to take a look at, is the fact that you need to know your pushback on your moves to know which normals to press. For example, I might throw out 2 stand medium punches and then a crouch medium kick. And this might not be optimal, I'm still learning Kami, but this works for me right now. So now that we've learned a little bit about block strings and pushback, let's go on to DBFZ. Now, admittedly, I'm not a very good DBFZ player. I usually use the same block string for most of my characters, and that is 2L, 5LL, 2M, into a heavy, into a command special, and then you call an assistant and run up and do it again. Now, the part that I want to cover here that differs from what we talked about in Street Fighter is the assist. So this allows you to almost chain the block strings into each other to an extent, because you're ending on a heavy, right? You're ending on a -10 move, but look how far back I am. I'm at a pretty decent distance to where I can throw a command special, so in this case a fireball, and then I can call an assist and then run up and do that block string again. So the presence of having an assist in a game like DBFZ allows block strings to be more dynamic. So if you're playing this game, not only do you need to know your own block stun and pushback, just like we did in Street Fighter, but also know what assist you can throw out to continue your pressure. I know this is kind of a short and sweet segment on DBFZ pressure, which is a very in-depth and complex topic, but I'm still learning this game myself, and this is what I noticed coming from Street Fighter, coming from a normal 2D game that doesn't have assist, that is something that is pretty big when it comes to keeping your opponent in the corner and keeping your block strings going. Alright, so the special case I wanted to talk about was something that I've been working on myself, and that is stance canceling. So when you're in the corner, let's put Elf out in the corner here, generally if a character swings with a button like this, right, their pressure is pretty much done, because look how long it takes Johnny to recover there. But Johnny has something called a misfinder stance, and that's misfinder stance. And the defining characteristic of this is that you can cancel this. See how I just canceled it? Like that? So ideally, you would throw out a heavy button like this, and then you cancel it like that. You completely negate the recovery, allowing Johnny to swing again. And this leads to you being stuck in the corner eating a barrage of normals as long as he's able to keep canceling, right? It's very much an execution heavy task, but against a very good Johnny, it's very oppressive when it, in all honesty, doesn't feel like it should be. And there's special cases like this in other games. Poison in Street Fighter V also has her stance cancel. It's just not to the extent that Johnny does, where he can cancel pretty much everything. See how fast he's recovering? And then he's ready to swing again. So you got to be ready for that. Anyways, I thought that was just a really cool pressure tool that I wanted to share, and a very unique case that you might run into in other games. If you guys enjoyed today's video or learned anything or enjoyed any of the other previous videos that I've made, please consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching.